Okay, let's go. I'm going to choose mid lane in this Civilization Wars game. I'm going to get ready to build some warrior keeps whilst concentrating on my tech. I need to get to writing. That's bronze. That's everything basically. We can start with the bronze working as soon as the gold comes in, which is another 9 seconds. We've got cloud on the top lane where the boats are, and overclocked on the bottom on land.
What? Yes, my lord. Boot, boot, tabajo!
Tabajo! Thank you, Madsen, for this sub, man. Oh, I went crazy and I ended up researching 2 things. Utter madness. Alright, 2 warrior camps are done. I will lose control of the mid lane unless they've done the same thing and researched right away. And you need to get your researchers going on this game, because there's plenty of them. Get through all of those wonders. Alright, let's get... I'm going to go with 3 warrior camps and not 4, and concentrate on using my gold for researching. It will, you know, it will build up this gold. In a way, I actually need to get that ancient wonder builder so I can see what the researches are that lead to certain ancients and wonders, particularly. I don't know if you should build so aggressive, mate.
What is it?
Okay, so we got access to the Great Obelisk. I could get it this time. It gives 10 gold and 10 lumber income every tick. That's pretty damn good, actually. I should get that. I didn't get it last time, but we're going to get it this time. Unless someone else builds it before me. That's the key. I'm tempted to cancel that, but I should get income in a moment. Is it going to be enough, though? It is. So the Great Obelisk gives you gold and lumber, but it also acts as a savage warrior camp, which is the actual upgrade to one of these warrior camps, so it's pretty much definitely worth it. I should try to speed build that actually if I can. And keep researching, because those researches need to be completed. This requires archery, pottery, so pottery, formations, and then I can get writing. So Amy's in the middle lane on the enemy team, Ember's on the top lane in the enemy team, and it was multi-doomed on the bottom lane for the enemy team.
What is it?
I'm really actually kind of nervous. This Greater Obelisk needs to finish fast. I don't know what happens if the enemy team is also building one at the same time. Because I know that once I've built this, the Great Obelisk won't be available for the enemy player team. So I don't know what happens if they already started building it. But here it is. It's done. So that's already just started to spawn a unit just in time. These have all got different attack types and armor types used to counter one another in the middle lane. Looks like some upgrades have been used already in the warrior camps by Amy, which I wouldn't necessarily suggest. It's what I used to do, but the mid lane is really about the wonders and trying to capitalize on those. You've got these that you can research. Well, as I research, particular types of researches allow you to build different types of wonders. So when my pottery is complete, I can build hanging gardens, which will increase food markets, and food markets basically are here. They give you income over time, providing that you have the resources down a particular lane. In this case, for the food market, it's the middle lane. So as long as I control the middle lane, that's the way to go. But you want to pick out a particular lane and maybe give them a boost. And previously what I would do is normally build a lighthouse, which requires masonry. But I can't get to masonry yet. But the lighthouse will build and produce some boats for the top lane, which will give top lane a better chance to stay in control. And by staying in control, they hold on to the points and you get the income that way. Or you can just kind of get one of each of the markets and spread yourself a little bit rather than bunkering down on one type. Masonry, feudalism. Oh! As soon as that writing's complete, I've got to get that library. My towers are holding up for the moment, no need to repair. Go for writing. Nice chunk of gold for the moment, but that will go down. I've always liked this map, Captain Stormfire. I thought it's one of the most impressive maps I've played. Don't play it all that often, but I think it's just I think it could stand on its own as a Steam game or something like that, you know? If there was a community there to play it and an audience.
What is it?
It feels like it's just generally well made in every aspect and pretty well balanced. It is a Steam game, is it? What's it called then on Steam? Civilization, is it? Well, it makes sense then, doesn't it? Medieval capital. I can't get that until I've got my library. We can build that somewhat aggressively, because if they do, worst case scenario, do come aggressively, this won't be so important. It'll be an empty building. Okay, masonry was important. And feudalism. Oh, I do this thing where I actually go for 2 libraries. So I can produce and speed up the research, because the library has a lot. And the faster you get going, the better. But bear in mind, that whilst I got a lot of gold at the moment, that will drop down quite quickly as the researchers get more and more expensive. Is the host from the Battle.net channel, WTii, available for people to host games through as well, or is it just me? I believe other people can use it, the sub-bot, but you have to speak to High-Rise in regards to that, because sometimes people like to break it and then that stresses them out. But theoretically, it can act a little bit like a make-me-host or an end-gaming type scenario. So I should be able to start researching medieval capital, and I'll just go for currency or something when that's done. And you can go for conscription when that's done. I can't remember what each and every single one leads up to. As you can see, the lighthouse is available, but I'm not sure if I'm going to build it this time. Cloud seems to be doing quite well at the top, and I don't want to sort of push too hard on the top lane because it might encourage them to sort of counter-attack. So I'm just going to concentrate on my researches. The lighthouse can be built at a later date or not at all, or a future wonder might be more powerful than the lighthouse in a future tech. As long as my researches are complete, I'm happy. It's quite therapeutic. Almost done. Construction, feudalism, invention. So get a medieval worker, maybe a medieval builder as well. Keep the researches flowing. The research must flow. People always want the Great Wall to be built. No, thank you.
I'll have it up in no time.
So we're going to get ourselves that library, or the university when education is complete. You can't get education until you basically research everything from the library. So you can't do too much at the moment. You can build like specific buildings that can boost down a certain lane and produce units, but I don't concentrate on those. We'll produce 10 gold for the first set of markets you have, then 15 for the next set. I'm almost tempted to go for that. But it seems like quite the investment and I'm still researching. So I'm going to avoid it. Attila's hut acts as a material market. So I wonder if that takes that into account. Or do you have to build the traditional trade, food and material markets? Because you could build one of these to act as that material market. And that would that complete part of the set? I don't know. It gets kind of complicated, actually. And I don't know for sure. Either way, it's too expensive. And I feel like rushing to like the higher tech so I can bank on gold and use that to my advantage. So I'm kind of speeding through the tech trees, so to speak, at the moment. So there's no wonders being built other than this great obelisk.
Humanity is in peril.
Banking. Spawns a cutter saint and adds +5, 10 and +5 materials for each point you control on bottom lane. Ah, it acts as a bank. So that would be worth getting probably. Depends how expensive it is.
Research complete.
Got a bird flapping its wings outside.
Well, what are you waiting for?
It's very distracting. In the corner of my eye. Just outside the window. Okay.
What is it?
Something is amiss.
Humanity is in peril.
This does get quite complicated the more I think about it.
Research complete.
Wait. We can get this one going in a second.
Research complete.
No.
And then we've got to get ready to build the university. So the banking, the way that works, having this building will increase your income by 10% of what gold you currently have. So it gives you a cap of 10% of 1,000 gold. So you pretty much want to be floating on 1,000 gold. So the quicker I can get to that.
The land and I.
Well, what are you waiting for? Humanity.
So I can either just go and build the bank from this, or get the wonder that acts as a bank and also gives some resources for each point you control on the bottom lane. But the bottom lane isn't controlling many points at the moment. Top lane's pushing through. I'm really worried about this though. The backfire.
Research complete.
Provide... Oh, that's a big buff, that one. But it doesn't do anything for the greed at the moment.
Research
Oh.
No,
complete.
not like
Go,
that.
go, go.
Let me do it. Want me to do what?
Yes, my lord.
Humanity.
Oh, I was also going to try to maybe get... Didn't I get banking? Oh, that's banking.
I hate
What was the one that acted as a university? That was it. Leonardo's workshop acts as a windmill, a university, and a ballista spawn. That's pretty good.
Yes, I'm on it.
I might get that if the next income allows.
Humanity is in peril. Well, what are you waiting for?
But I don't quite necessarily have the gold at the moment. I don't know.
Humanity.
Let's go get it anyway. Let's not think about it too much.
At last. What?
Because I know I need to be floating 1,000 gold as well after I've built my bank.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Wow, look at him go.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, he's building so much quicker before. I hope I haven't Sumex. There we go. We're back.
Something.
We
is
humans
amiss.
have to stick together. Research complete.
Right, so we got that going. I'm just going to keep researching for the time
I
being.
hate working with these.
That costs 1,800 gold. I think it's too much, isn't it?
What threatens these lands? Yes, my lord.
It's only 500 gold for the bank. So you're effectively paying, what, like 1350 gold for like a few extra resources from the bottom lane? Which is doing well, but still. It's one hell of an investment. I think it might be too much at the moment. Especially since I'm already at the point where I can build a bank. And I'm not going to have the resources for it yet.
An elf would have thought of something better.
Ah, there we go. So we can keep researching. Just need a bit of gold.
What is it?
I think if I built the material market or one of those markets, I can trade the wood that I currently have.
No, not like that. Let me do it.
Top lane's doing well as well. Let's go with a trade market.
How did that get approved?
So I can maybe do trading. Research.
Research complete.
Chemistry is expensive, bro. Might have to give that a skip for the moment.
I'll have it up in no time.
Let's see if we can get that bank up and running if I can trade some resources. Gain 200 gold for each 300 resources sold. There we go.
You're interrupting my
So if we
calculations.
build the bank now.
Yes, I'm already on it.
Yes, my lord.
I almost want to cancel these researches. But I don't at the same time.
What is it?
I'll just have to wait. And I'm going to wait until 1,000 gold. Feels harsh though. Just stopping the research. Is it worth it though? Stopping the research? Maybe not.
Research complete.
Maybe it is. Just wait patiently another 20 seconds or so. And then another 30 seconds after that, and then you can go back to researching. Leonardo's workshop has worked against me. It's conspired.
I'll have it up in no time.
The bank though, 10%. 10%. Give me that gold.
Research complete.
It's worth it. Hang in there. Quinn Quirimi. I know I've said that completely wrong. That's one hell of a name. In comes the resources. Now we're talking. So, there's nothing I can research that's going to keep me above 1,000 gold. So just be patient. Maybe a couple more turns. Another minute. And then I can go back into it, and hopefully my greedy plays have paid off. There we go. So do like a couple of cheapy ones. And now I should be getting 10%. As long as I can maintain that, that should pay off after like 10 secs of income, theoretically. 30 seconds. So it should be 5 minutes really. And then that should, yeah, pay off. Not to mention the research time takes a fair bit of time as well, so should be able to maintain this. Are there any other wonders I want? That lighthouse?
Shall be done.
Again, I think that wasn't that necessary. This is really, really good. Adds free armor to every unit on the map. Doesn't stack with an aura, so at some point someone might get that aura, so not too worried about that one. Command aura. But there's a warlord or general that could replicate that.
Research complete.
So I'm thinking of that.
Complete.
900 gold is close enough. I want to get to the 2,000 gold mark, I think. Because you can get an even better version of the banking. Haven't actually had to repair my towers yet, which is nice. No stress there. That's a lot of granaries. I've still only got 13 out of 21 there. We've got a lot of control down the lanes. We've had control down the lanes for quite some time, actually. There's my little ballista. Not there for much longer. Okay. Scientific method. When that is researched, I should be able to upgrade into the industrial capital. There's the plus 100 gold. That's plus 14 gold for the trade market, so it shows you. I wonder if I should upgrade that. Or was I going to get the wonder that gave you a set? That acts as a bank. No, we're going to skip that. So as long as you keep building sets of markets, you value from that, but they cost food and stuff like that. I might skip those just because it gets a little bit complicated. Dumb it down a little bit. Spawn a siege cannon and a field cannon. It's expensive. Doesn't do anything for free research. There's some boats.
Humanity is in peril.
It tempts you with these wonders. But I'm still holding back for the time being. I think those two are definitely worth building though. But not until I can maintain my 10% income. Looks like you went for the Great Lighthouse, sir. It's quite old tech at this point.
No, not like that. Let me do it.
If you wanted, you could build more towers, but not that necessary. Mass towers right here. Or sneak them up here on the high ground. Let's get the industrial worker and the industrial wonder builder. Deactivates this wonder's spawn and increases the frequency of elites appearing on your side. Ah, it's alright. I quite like the little ballista.
You're interrupting my calculations.
You have a target?
Right, so
I'll take care of it.
you can build quite a lot more sort of destructive production facilities. Laboratory, that's the next basic library.
Time to go.
What's the holdup?
And you can't build any of this until this stuff is researched. Increases the attack speed of all units by 15%. That's pretty sick. So, what are we going to start learning? Start with something.
Aye, sir. I'll take care of it.
Should I get 2 of those?
I feel edgy.
Wait. This is a laboratory. Is there anything that acts as a laboratory? I didn't see it. Unless I'm wrong.
What do you need? I'm your shooter.
This requires economics. Economics. We definitely want that one.
You have a target?
Because I got a lot of gold I'm floating.
Must be avenged.
What do you need?
I'm tempted to get another laboratory.
Aye.
I think I will.
We should move soon.
Get the steam engine. As soon as you start pumping out the tanks, it gets good. Top lane. Doing pretty good. Let's group these two together so I can see that they're definitely doing stuff. I feel like the game sound is a little bit loud. Nice. Destruction. We require combustion for the modern capital. Combustion requires electricity and blast furnace. That requires physics and steam engine. So we need physics. And we need blast furnace. Which requires physics and steam engine. So, okay. I think this is moving along in the right direction. So if you cancel that, get the physics on that one. And then just start working on something else. Allows the construction of supermarkets. Alright. Get some food. You can only have one bank. You can't stack banks, as far as I know. Hanging Gardens was completed by Multinude. This is a research simulator, absolutely. If you play the middle lane, it is.
I feel
All this researching for a 7-Eleven. Cloud's got his own university. He wants to learn too. I'm going to upgrade my market.
You have a target?
I'll get one of each,
I'll
actually.
take care of it. Aye.
we should move soon.
And I'll upgrade them. Just so I can feel better about myself.
What is it? All right. Upgrade complete.
Job done.
Research complete.
Get electricity on the go. Get blast furnace on the go. And then combustion.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
So this one will do blast. This will do combustion. This one will just have to do something else in the meantime. Allows the research of fission. Fission. Educated men have debated what the universe actually consists of since the beginning of civilization. While they might not have known it at the time, their combined efforts would eventually lead to nuclear power. Or nuclear power. A nuclear... Nuclear! It's pronounced nuclear. Nuclear. The grammar police are out. Look at all this gold coming through. Ooh, they got some musketeers, have they? They always look a bit grumpy. 5 o'clock shadow. There's combustion. We're getting there. Swinging on that 2K. They must be going quite heavy on the research in the middle as well, because their units haven't really upgraded since I saw them ages ago. Went quite early into knights and swordsmen, but didn't go much further than that. Even got Uther over here. Swinging his mace. Oh my goodness, look at that bunker. You know the tech's coming through now when you're firing rockets. Yeah, it's so important in this game to just start researching ASAP, because we've been in the game for 27 minutes already and there's still quite a few more researchers to go. You just gotta get those researchers ticking along real quick. Airfields. I could do bombing runs maybe. Research flight. We're up to 22. These still cost food, so I can't afford any more unless I get any granaries or such. I can build more granaries, but isn't it windmills I would prefer? Oh! Stock exchange! Why have you not built that yet? Having this building will increase your income by 12% of what gold, not income, you currently have. The bonus caps at 12% of 2,000 gold for 250 gold maximum. So we want to be floating 2,000 gold. This building stacks with the bank. So the way I see it, as long as I have 2,000 gold, I get the 250 gold from this, and it counts because I'm over 1,000 gold. So it should give me the 100 gold on the bank.
Research complete. What do you need?
Let's get a modern worker, see what she can make. She doesn't cost too much. We were almost done with the laboratory. Here's the researches I've done already. Here's what's left to be done. Actually, not that much left. We've almost done flight. Now we've done flight. So you can see everything over here.
Great outdoors.
Sounds like I tried.
I'm game.
That's what you want to hear from your woman. I'm game. This building will spawn. Those are the spawners. Medic! No damage and low health, but the ability to heal a single target over time. Research Institute.
Gladly.
Aye, sir.
So we got the 2k gold, that's the main thing.
Have it up in no time.
I'll be able to start upgrading these camps into much more powerful. Oh, it costs quite a lot to research. I'm going to wait for the next tick. What about a wonder builder? There's no wonder builder, is there? For the modern age.
Are we being invaded?
Are we being invaded? Let's see how long these researches take. Quite a while by the looks of it.
You have a target?
I do have a target. It's this guy. They got Cutter Saints down here. So you went with the Wonder for the Cutter Saint, did you? Shocking. Yeah, Overclock likes to build wonders as well, although he shouldn't necessarily always do that. Didn't work out too well for him last time, that's for sure. Fred enjoyed him getting wrecked because he was being so greedy doing that. I think we can probably afford another research institute.
I'm game. Gladly.
Those bunkers, nothing's getting through those for the moment. Right. Space flight. Doesn't that end the game if you go that way? I want to go for like cannons. Tanks. That kind of stuff. We can upgrade our stories. There we go. Feels good. I might even fall back on the wonder that gives me 10 extra gold for having
Aye, sir.
one set of them.
I hate working with these people. Upgrade complete.
Unless it's already been built.
Upgrade complete. I'm your shooter.
Yes, me lord. Has sleep dulled my senses? What's the holdup?
Provide the benefits of a rail station on the entire map. I don't know what that is. It's time to build a wall. Let's not. Provide 8 armor to all allied units near the structure. Ah, near the structure. Not so interested then.
Research.
Radio. Who doesn't like the radio? One more tick and we can go into another research. Look at that, all that gold. Oh, computers. Stinger ranges and striker air bases. Hey. We're getting close to the end now, I think, where there's going to be overwhelming power. I hope that spaceflight thing isn't the end of the game though. I think there was a mode in this game where you can just instantly end the game if you research like the last thing. I'd rather kill them with like units. I can sell wood. You're right. I forgot about that. Give me the money. Give me back my son.
No, no, no.
What is
Not like
nature's
that.
call?
Let me do it.
We need composites. I'm going to start upgrading these soon. Let's start. I'll do like one of each different type. See what they upgrade into.
Research complete. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Right, staying on the 2k gold. Now we'll go into Knight Manor. Swordsman Barracks. Got a bank and a stock exchange. I'm pretty sure the modern bank is the same. I've got the stock exchange over here.
Humanity is in peril.
Musketeer. Wait for the next tick, otherwise technically it puts me underneath 2k gold.
Upgrade complete.
Dragoon stable. How can you resist that? So we gotta go back into more musketeers or upgrade. Ah, the Cutter Saint Temple. That's where you got it from.
What is nature's call?
Upgrade complete.
This building will spawn 2 weak trench infantry, useful as cannon fodder.
Upgrade complete.
It doesn't sound that impressive. Grenadier. Oh, munition plant. I think that's what we're more looking for, isn't it? People with guns.
Research complete.
Also, these researchers should be required, so I'm getting a bit carried away upgrading this. Good job, overclocked.
Upgrade complete.
Got a bit of a religious vibe going on from down here.
Upgrade complete.
Hmm. If I research this, it puts me underneath the tick, but I think it's worth it. Because we're starting to put the pressure on now. So we need to keep the pace going. Oh, this one's refinery. Flamer troops. People that insult your enemies. And swear at them. And tell them how bad they are. And that they should uninstall the game. Probably YouTube comments is what that is. Build YouTube comments. Nighttime
Humans have
is upon us. Let's go for cavalry stables. We've got the bunkers. Gonna take a while to break through those. Can I research that? It puts me at the 2k. I don't know that one's so necessary though. I guess so.
research.
Mission Control Center. Ground control. This is Major Tom. The rock and roll. That's such a cool one. Spawns a heavy armor unit and produces an income of 50 gold. Quick.
What's the holdup?
Gold.
Outstanding.
It only costs 4,000. It's a 50 gold income over time. Gonna take some time. I'm so greedy. But look at it. I'm building a highway. Feels good, man. The people are gonna appreciate this. Yeah, we don't need a railroad when we're building a super highway. The only thing that can top that is flying cars. And I haven't worked my way towards the space age yet.
What is it?
Only 40 minutes to get the bank gold back from that. I don't know if it's quite that long. But it will be my first tank, which is what I kind of want. I want to see some tanks. They've got a little field cannon at the back here. Looks really cute. It's almost there. So close. One wall to rule them all. Increases nearby friendly units' movement speed by 50%! And life regeneration. I didn't know I did that as well. Never mind. Oh, where are you going? Alright, well, okay. Give overclocked a hand. Oh my, look at this thing!
Yes, me lord.
That is going to do some damage. Okay, let's go back to researching this after the next tick. Oh man. Multi-noob is not going to be happy with me for that one. These units have got like 750 health, 700. And this thing's got 4,300. Although he's fighting on just slightly up the ramp, which is not great for him because he can potentially miss. He needs to get just a bit up there. I think if I build an... Can I build a windmill? Can I upgrade to a windmill? Machinery and bonus food resource. Have I still not got those things? You would have thought I would have researched those things by now. The cavalry is here. Cheer up, loves. Oh yeah, it's breaking through. There's 2 of the tanks. There's 3 of the tanks now. Oh my goodness, this is going to snowball hard. Alright, let's start upgrading again. Munition plant and refinery. Oh, were those the first tanks I got to kill? Down this lane. Yeah. Look at that. It's getting serious now down this lane. Space mode, space flight. I think it's turned off, isn't it? Because how can I get access to it? I don't see space mode and space flight. I've researched everything there. I've researched everything in all the other ones. So I don't think... Ah, the game crashed for them. Kill your buildings. Why would I kill my buildings? Humvee depot. Airfield. Tank factory. Munitions plant. Let's go, boys. Yeah. It's all this time you wait researching to build up to this moment. If the researchers could happen a bit quicker or something like that, and a bit more focus on units to control the lane as well, you get a decent balance. Interceptor airbase, I sound the like of that. Oh, dive bombers though. Heavy armor works. Let's just do it. Effective against buildings. Very large health that soaks up. More effective tanks. Wee. Stinger test field. I'm staying at the 2k mark for the moment. It could happen to any one of us, Death Knight. Striker! Airbase. Extremely effective units that destroy anything in their path. Well, that sounds pretty good. I think it's GG. Dive bomber. Go. He's doing some pretty good damage. I assume he does decent damage versus tanks. Yeah, they take extra damage from siege. And he does siege. Keep up the good work there, Mr. Dive Bomber. I want to see my strikers. Oh, yeah. It's like a more advanced dive bomber. This is what it's all about. Oh! They fire pretty damn fast. Oh my goodness. Flying siege. Could you imagine if this was in melee? Look at that! Screw the tanks. We got flying siege. More of those, please. Well, there's a mech infantry factory. That sounds fun. So I'm going to build that after the next tick. So I can make sure I'm still getting my gold. No, no! It brought him down. But this one's got inner fire. So I didn't build that many wonders in the grand scheme of things, did I? I just wanted to push past the tech to get to the really cool stuff. Because those wonders cost like 1,700, 2,000 plus gold after a while. Strike her down. Oh, we do have chimeras with siege damage. That's true. But they're not like attacking that quickly, and they don't have 1,000 range. I don't have spaceflight as far as I know. I don't actually know how to get spaceflight, to be honest. Maybe it's a wonder that I'm missing from the modern builder or something. Oh, the modern dude. Missile command, atomic theory, nukes mode, rocketry. See, I would have thought I'd upgraded those things.
My pleasure.
I genuinely don't know how to do it. I'm gonna upgrade these once more again. Ah no, more farms. Charles, no, in my head. Oh, I could upgrade that windmill farming actually.
You're interrupting my calculations.
There's the Stinger. Looks like he's good against light units and horseback. A little bit heavy as well, actually. Not very good against modern, though, so you wouldn't really want that, actually, in the stage. Especially if they were at a similar stage. You're still fighting with battleships over here. We got tanks and airplanes coming on down here. Filthy casual ember.
What is it?
So you build these so you can tech quicker into the higher stuff, I assume. GG. That tech.
For the trees.
For the trees. That's right, in this modern era.
I'm game.
For
You
college.
hippie. For the trees, indeed. Big Ben. Maybe I do that for Britain.
Outstanding.
Spawns 2 dreadnoughts. I'm going to assume that dreadnoughts... Ah. I was going to assume that dreadnoughts are ships. Proper navy vessels. Well, we got to see quite a lot of the tech. That was pretty cool. It's definitely a research simulator, though. No doubt about it. If you like researches in Warcraft 3, this is the map for you. If you play down the other lanes, though, to be fair, you don't focus on the researches that much. You can do to upgrade your tech in the first place and your units, but you can go a bit heavier on the savage war camps and fight them like savages.